And welcome back to What If. Now, for the What Ifs that I've missed so far, the part 6 and 7, or I don't know where it's like either 6 or 7. I have to check again on which one it is. On the other parts of the Goku and Naruto What Ifs that I've got currently ongoing, I'm going to get to all those plus the Naruto one that I'm doing tomorrow. Right now, I just don't have the time to just cram everything out today. But I'm getting out the What If that I was going to do today, which is this one. And I'm going to do the who would win, so don't worry about that. Anyway, though, this one comes to us from Human Emperor, who asked the question, what if Dragon Ball Super happened after GT? Now, let's actually be clear about this. There's no plausible way this one actually happens, given how GT ended. It would actually make more sense if GT happened after Super. But we can play around with these events. So let's assume that by Super happening, we mean Beerus waking up and the events of what would happen in Super kind of playing themselves out to some degree. So if Beerus woke up, the problem immediately is Goku's gone. Like, Goku has merged with the Dragon Balls and then kind of just disappeared. There's no real explanation of what actually happened with Goku. There's only implied theories. I think maybe like the guys did come out and eventually say something about what happened with him, but ultimately it's left a little ambiguous of what happened. It's implied though he merged with the Dragon Balls and then the Dragon Balls just went away. But obviously Goku is still around in some form as we see him 100 years later at the tournament later on. So, and by the way, it always sucks when you see a series come to an end. But watching that one was a really, like, I can remember a couple series off the top of my head where I watched the end of them and I'm like, wow, it's like, all right, that was a great ending. This one, I'm like, this is just a very bittersweet way to go out that's not that fulfilling. Like, what happened? What is Goku exactly? Like, seriously. But that's not to say Goku couldn't show back up. But the problem is, the Dragon Balls, at least on Earth, they're gone. But let's say Beerus, goes, talks to King Kai and, looking for... I haven't heard much of his Super Saiyan God Lord Beerus, so goes to Earth. And running into Earth, he does run into, Z Fighters, all that. Now, let's be clear. This would have to happen immediately after... Not maybe immediately, but maybe like a year or two afterwards, or where everyone's still generally capable of, fighting and everything along those lines. Except for Krillin, who's completely and utterly not going to be fighting. Beerus goes looking for the Super Saiyan God. Vegeta does remember who Beerus is, like, Beerus! But luckily, and here's the thing, Shenron himself does not supersede Beerus at all. However, the wish Goku did make is still, by all accounts, in effect. Like, the Earth will not be threatened. The people of Earth don't have to die again unnecessarily anymore. So that does, I think, circumvent Beerus' ability to technically destroy the Earth. Like, if he would eventually try, and then if he got pissed off, he would try and realize it wouldn't work. Like, something has happened. Now, they could easily get the Super Dragon Balls, undo that, or hell, the Namekian Dragon Balls. You'll still get Vegeta going Super Saiyan 4 against Beerus, because, the flux waves and all that. Or possibly, he learned to do it on his own. You can make that argument as well. And he would be handling himself a lot better than, say, Goku as Super Saiyan 3 did. But he still would ultimately lose. Now, that said, there are enough Saiyans in this generation. Because let's be here. We have Vegeta, because you need 6. You have Vegeta, you have Gohan, you have Pan, you have Trunks, you have Goten, and you have Bra. Those are all Saiyans. So they all give their power to Vegeta, who even goes Super Saiyan 4 at the time, and turns into like a weird Super Saiyan, turns into what I call Super Saiyan Primal. Kind of blends the two together and goes toe-to-toe with Beerus, combining Super Saiyan 4 with God, actually gives him the edge in the fight until Beerus takes the fight legitimately seriously and then ultimately spares the Earth. And you would get some of what happened in Super. Now, you don't get Resurrection F because of what happens in this GT timeline to Frieza and Cell. That doesn't happen. In fact, Frieza's forces would probably be long gone at this point. You would get the Tournament of Power, I imagine, or the Universe 6 arc, I imagine, with Vegeta probably cleaning house with Hit, honestly, again, with Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Primal, all that. Oob would also be available too. Let's be clear, Oob was very powerful and around, and he was around then. So Oob would probably be on that team. There would be Vegeta. There would, I don't know with Vegeta if he would get Monaka in that scenario, because Monaka really was more of someone designed to entice Goku to try and get stronger. True, he could have been there to entice Vegeta as well, but mostly Goku. Let's be honest. But let's say so. Anyway, yeah. Vegeta, Oob, Piccolo's dead at this point. Remember, but you could throw Gohan in the mix as well, and I think Pan. So actually, yeah, there you go. So you get Vegeta, Oob, Gohan, and maybe you throw Pan there because she'd want to try out, and Pan would lose. But it'd go about the same. Universe 7 wins that fight. Now, assuming that the Goku Black stuff happens, and again, let's assume timeline-wise, these things happen, so this Goku is still around somehow. It's an older Goku, though. It's Goku Black, and everyone's shocked, but Vegeta's like, you're not, you aren't Kakarot. It's like, oh, but of course, after all, what makes you say that, Vegeta? Could it be the fact that I'm dressed this way, or the fact that I'm trying to destroy you? How about the fact that Kakarot's pretty much long gone? What? It's like, yeah, Kakarot's been gone for years. So, yeah, it's a matter of basically like, wait, where is Goku? And then Vegeta basically just flashes right in front of him. Super Saiyan God's like, he's not taking a chance with this guy because it takes out Goku Black, which messes Zamasu's plans up in the future. Because this is interesting, because now, if we're going chronologically, future Trunks is, because Trunks in GT is not quite the same age as Trunks in the future, but he's close. So you get you get GT era Trunks meeting future Trunks from Super, who is much older, like at least in his 30s. So it's an interesting little paradox there. Eventually, they do have to deal with Zamasu, and that gets settled out because Black is dead. They settle that out pretty easy. So ultimately, it comes down to the Tournament of Power. Now, with Tournament of Power, again, you'll have Vegeta. You will have, just think real quick here. You'll have Vegeta. You'll have Oob, who again, power-wise, is beyond both. Majin Oob. So you'll have who's beyond both Oob and Majin Buu. And remember, Oob is the reincarnation of Kid Buu. So he at his strongest should be the power of Kid Buu. Then merging with Majin Buu created a much more powerful being than beyond that. So you have both Vegeta, Majin Buu. I imagine they might be able to talk Goten and Trunks into fighting, but even back then they realized no, it wouldn't be a good idea. They are able to bring Piccolo back through shenanigans. Unfortunately, Krillin at this point is too old. Yamcha's too old. Tien would be too old. Roshi, I think, is still a viable option. So Roshi, 18 agrees, just because she can. 17, they're able to bring him back. They're able to talk him into it. So there's that. So you're up to 6 there. But remember, we're suffering the fact that we can't have Krillin or Tien on the team. I doubt we're going to get Frieza in this case. So the question quickly becomes is that what are they going to do now? I mean, they are actually at a severe disadvantage in terms of their numbers and in terms of their power. Yeah, they got the androids. Yeah, they were able to bring Piccolo back. They got Majub, they got Gohan, and they got Vegeta. That's only 6. So what do they do now? Well, what they do now is they make a wish, or make a little stop over in Namek, and be like, "Hey, we might need to bring some people back." I was like, "Well, who do you have in mind? Can we bring?" And they're talking about like, "Wait, you want us to bring them back to life?" Not necessarily. Just to save the whole universe and stuff like that. So after talking about it, like, you really know this is a bad idea, right? Don't worry, I'll keep them aligned. So they talk it over. It's like, oh, this is such a bad idea. Yeah, it is. please bring back. Don't bring him back to life, but please bring back. Please bring back Cell and Frieza, and even Prong is like, "Are you sure about that?" Yeah, and then they're like, "I see." And then they explain the scenario to this, like, "Why should we help you? Why exactly should we care? I mean, we're dead either way." And it's like, "Well, why don't we make you a deal then? How about this? If you help us out and we win, we'll bring you back to life." It's like, "Oh, really?" It's like, and they're like, "Really? Really? What? You're kidding?" It's like, "Oh, come now. You both are more than strong enough to take them on." And they're like, yeah, fine. Let's keep in mind, Frieza doesn't have Golden Frieza in this version. And then it's just a matter of the final two. Like, what do we do? We're running out of time. Who is going to be? It's like, this is unimaginable. This is unbearable. I know, it's such a conundrum. Do you even know what that word means? Not quite. What? Hi, guys! Goku? Yeah, well, I saw you were in trouble, and I met up with this guy who's a Saiyan who still made it out alive, so figured I'd stop over there, fits in to help you guys out, and then we come and help you. Goku, where the hell have you been? And Goku kind of say, well, it's a kind of a complicated story, but to kind of sum it up, when the Dragon Balls, vanished, we vanished to where basically back to the creation of the Dragon Balls. I basically was in a different plane of existence where I've been training for the last couple of years and to get stronger. The plane of existence. What are you talking about? And then Whis just walks over. I see. So that's who I was sensing over there. Wait, what? Now, by the way, I still think the Tournament of Power happens because it was Goku's idea in the original. So you can make the argument it doesn't happen here because it doesn't suggest it in the Xeno, but I still think it will happen. So you're the one who's been training under my father's wing. Yep. Wait, what? You have a father? Of course. You don't think I just sprang out of the ground, do you? Oh, and who are you? I'm Broly. Oh, Broly, good to meet you. Well, that has our team, Lord Beerus. It's like, oh, you're Lord Beerus. Wow, I heard a lot about you. Hey, man, when this is all over, you think you and me can have a spar together? It's like, Sand, if you are able to keep our universe alive, I'll give you the fight of your life. Ha! Right on. And meanwhile, everyone's just getting raped, but they're also like, Goku, they're just trying to catch up with Goku. Vegeta's like, so he's been training this whole time. But where's he been? So anyways, like, all right, get ready, and basically, whoop, and they go over there, and then everyone's ready to fight, and the fight commences. So Cell and Vegeta and Frieza go off and do their own thing. Goku and Vegeta also go and do their own thing. Broly's just kind of staying with the group because I don't really know what to do. I don't like fighting, and he ultimately, he's just sticking around. So a lot of it goes the same. Universe 9, 10, and I'll say right up front, or right off the bat, Universe 3, they're almost axed off immediately. Like between Goku and the other everyone else, they're almost done. And Frieza and Cell just having fun, taking out the universes. You get a moment though where Khalifa is just like, looking at Goku's like, hey, you. He's like, me? He's like, yeah, you're a Saiyan, aren't you? Yeah, I am a Saiyan. He's like, you got that stupid tail. I had to grow it back for a reason. Kind of like it though. So show me that power thing you do, and then mind you, Goku's not showing off Super Saiyan Blue in this. There's a reason for that. Yeah, can we maybe do this another time? I've got to go save my universe and stuff. You won't after you see this, and then Goku just nope. It's a bad. So basically, it's like, darn it all! I did it once. I did that thing once. Oh, you mean the tingly back thing? This goes Super Saiyan 2. Then they square up again. Son Goku and Kale gets all angry and upset. And like, whoa, wait a minute, that looks familiar. And then Son Goku. All of a sudden, her hand gets stopped by Ikari form. Broly just, I've got her, Goku. Go. So now it's Broly versus Kale. And it's like, ugh. And Kale's like, my move. And then they clash. Now, unfortunately, Kale in her form right now is stronger than just Kari form Broly. But Broly just, I'll pay you. And then Broly just finally powers up to Super Saiyan for the first time, grabs her hand. Whoops. Sorry, I just kind of bumped my wall there by mistake and set the dog off. So yeah, you'll hear her barking downstairs. Sorry about that. But it just decks her real quick. Decks her real quick. And they go toe to toe. So Broly, let's be honest, Broly completely long-term power outclasses Kale completely. So their power battle rages on, and eventually he just kind of knocks her straight out of the ring. And Khalifa's shocked by this, tries to go and avenge her, but then Broly just grabs her and he's just kind of raging out now. Unfortunately, this is where Jiren steps in and blasts Broly. Now, Broly, I think, tanks the head a lot better than Kale did. He's not knocked out like Kale was, but he's on the ground. He's just and then Jiren comes in and is like, that's impressive. Jiren maybe doesn't come in, but a couple of the universes try to take out Broly quick. Goku comes, saves them. But then steps up. He's probably the one who has the moment with Hit, and they're good. They're simpatico with each other. It's like, oh, cool, right on. But basically, you get to the moment where is it Vegeta who goes up against Jiren, or is it Goku who goes up against Jiren? Well, they both will. I think it's actually Vegeta who actually goes first and loses. But again, with a Super Saiyan 4 on top of Super Saiyan God, it does even out the playing field a bit, but ultimately he does lose. That's when Goku does step in and just smacks him, and he just has Ultra Instinct Omen immediately activated. Just, it's like, that's enough, Jiren. And then Jiren's even sensing this, and everyone's just like, what? That's Ultra Instinct. It just activated. What is Goku doing? And it's called Autonomous Ultra Instinct. What? And Goku just again goes in and they're attacking. They're going back and forth, and it's the same fight you see in the original, except Goku isn't tiring out in his Ultra Instinct Omen because this is what he's been training with. Like, he immediately just goes into Omen, and the longer the fight goes on, the better he's getting. So he's actually getting more concise hits on Jiren, and ultimately then transforms immediately into Mastered Ultra Instinct. He basically explains that I've been training these years with the Grand Priest. I can go into the early or the simple form, what would we call it? He doesn't call it Omen. He calls it. He'd probably call it something like, I can go into the basic form on my own will. Takes a little warming up though to go into this form, and then he just blitzes Jiren, and Jiren ultimately loses the fight. Like, Jiren doesn't get a chance to power up. I think Goku, even though he looks for a great fight a lot of the time, by the time GT comes around, he's usually like, look at every opponent he actually goes up against. What was it, like Colonel or Captain, the metal guy? Yeah, he liked the challenge of the fight, but he took him out. Baby wasn't trying to get a challenge out of me. He took him out. Super 17, he took him out. All the Shadow Dragons took him out. So GT Goku did take the fights more seriously in that sense. So I don't believe he would linger the fight on any more than he had to. So he ultimately takes Jiren out, which paves the way ultimately for Universe 7 to win the tournament. Then they bring back the universes through the Wish. And then they go back, and it just comes down to the question of Goku. Is he staying or is he going? It's like, and Goku's like, well, this has been fun, guys, but I gotta go. It's like, Goku, no! It's like, oh, don't worry. I'll be back every now and then. Grand Priest said, said it was such a good performance, and said it was so happy that they kind of gave me a bit of a freebie. Normally I'm not really allowed to come down here anymore, but I was allowed to give permission to help participate in the tournament, and because of my good work, I can stop in every now and then to say hi to you guys. So don't worry, I'll be around. And then Vegeta just says, Kakarot. Yep. Oh, that hurt. It's like, next time we get a match. You know it, Vegeta. And then Cell and Frieza are basically just looking on like, You know we're right here. It's like, yes, it really is quite irritating that you're ignoring us. Well, I mean, you guys aren't going to try anything, are you? Right now? No. And at some point? Can't say we won't. Yes, well, we'll accept this little win of your. We'll accept the having our lives back as a little bit of a consolation for not trying anything. But know this, we will be back someday. It's like, yes, and we'll be ready. It's like, that's right. You'll never be able, or remember, crime doesn't pay, or something. Whenever you, I'm trying to think of what the best line would be for him. It's like, we'll never truly go away. Yeah, and we'll always be ready for you. And that's basically how that would probably end up. So, ultimately, that's what I think would happen if Super took place after GT. There would be a lot of changes, but the general flow of the story would ultimately be the same. But what do you think? Do you think it'd be completely different than what I'm saying? Or do you agree with some of my points? Or whatever. Let me know what you think would happen if Super took place after GT. Till then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Super Rare, Magic, whatever, anything to do in the channel. Put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. Thanks for watching. Got a who would win, and that'll be done for today. So later.